Well, I think I grew up in New York as well too. So I mean, you're talking about diversification at scale, and that's what New York really represents. And I think you grew up with that in your heart. So like my next question is, being that that's who you are, you're saying you're a very positive person. Everyone that's in business, there's always some negative feedback at some time or the other. So for you,
Yeah.
I want you to, without naming names, talk about like a worst case scenario that has happened. Maybe somebody came in and they had a frame of mind of a particular product that they wanted, but your team was saying like that product's not going to sell, but they're saying that they want to sell that product. How did you overcome that?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the larger a company gets, the less front line with clients I don't have as much bandwidth.
Mm.
But believe it or not, I was actually just on a call right before this with a client that just started. And unfortunately, you can't control how expectations are set, how every salesperson will explain certain things, and just what the personality is and what this client's potential background is. I think they invested something in the past, had a very bad experience, so very, very, very fragile, I'd say. Um, and so that that sort of bad taste in their mouth from previous experiences, not necessarily in e-commerce, they definitely brought that into their first couple of weeks with us. And, in terms of what they expected and wanted, even though we lay it all out once they come on board, they freaked out and were going all over the place asking for this is not this and that's not this. And our team could not even handle it. So I decided, and sometimes I get involved. And at the end of the day, it's not easy, but you have to. I think, I'm not saying that my customer service team isn't great because they're amazing and they're rock stars and we do a great job communicating to our clients. But I will say that when things get to a certain level, because we're not a perfect company, but we do make things right. When things happen, we face them head on with integrity and we push forward through them. Right.
Mm.
He came onto the call wanting a refund, got off the call, excited for the next 90 days. The reason why is because I listened to everything he had to say. I admitted where he might have interpreted things a certain way and where we could do better as a company. And then I talked about what we're going to be doing moving forward and how we're going to progress in a positive manner. And I promised him another call in 4 weeks on my side. It's very hard because I don't really have the time for that. But at the end of the day, I could sort of see where he was coming from based on his previous experiences. And I think he just really wanted someone to listen to and for someone to understand that specifically. And yeah, that might be a really vague way of answering your question, but it's really relevant just because it was the call I had right before this. And it was a situation like that. It ended up very positive, but it started very rough. So